Hello, have what a fantastic another weekend of the Premier League, and along with the all the back games back of in the Bundesliga as well. We will talk about Serie A and also the other European leagues, along with the EFL leagues 1 and 2 and the Scottish Premiership as well. So let's kick off with the Premier League roundup, and let's start on Saturday lunchtime, and we'll say Man United losing 2-1 to Brighton. Listen, Brighton took the lead. He took the lead through Danny Welbeck scoring against his former club, and then Ahmed Danilo, who unfortunately lost his dad just before the weekend. He decided to play his game, scored the equaliser, and Man United had a good chance at the end if long as Josh Zerski wasn't offside. When he actually struck the ball, was struck on him. So it was very unfortunate after VR check, but João Pedro get the winner in the 95th minute as well. Good win for Brighton, really good win. I think they played very well. Man United, you know, struggled a little bit, but they did have 1 or 2, I think, okay chances. But I think Brighton are looking really good on the Fabio Hurtsela. And yeah, I think there's a lot of things to come for Brighton. I think 2 is from 2, which is a good start for them. And really, I think I did talk about Brighton last week how well they performed well. I think they're gonna make some gains as well. To sign Matt O'Reilly from Celtic, which is gonna be a good. It's a good deal for £25 million plus add-ons as well. And I'd say Jorginho Rutter as well. He will get some game time as well this season. I think they're looking stronger this season out of the other teams that I really fancy to do well. Brighton. As for Man United, it's a bit of a step back. I know Scott McTominay has agreed a deal to join Napoli. He will be a Napoli player before the end of the windows of this combined this Friday. We know Manuel Ugarte is now looks like terms have been agreed with PSG and Manchester United, so he will be coming in sooner than later than expected. Let's go into the other game, look at other games as well, the other key games as well. Arsenal winning 2-0 at Aston Villa. I did back Arsenal to win, but really good chances from Villa. I think the particular chance from Ollie Watkins. I know he's still not 100% fit enough at the moment, but to had a header being saved by David Raya at that particular moment. Arsenal turned the gaze up when Leandro Trossard came on with his first touch in the 67th minute, and then Thomas Partey, scoring the second goal to give the Gunners winning from two, without giving any goals this season. I think they announced a signing earlier today with Meco Moreno. I think that's a good signing. I think are they going to get a strike in before the end of the window? I don't think they will. I know Gabriel Jesus is injured, and I know Eddie Nketiah is now close to joining Crystal Palace on a permanent deal for £25 million plus add-ons. So yeah, I think Arsenal really do. They probably need a strike up front to guarantee the goals, but it looks like they might be doing their transfer business. But we will know. We will know. We'll see on Friday night. It's going to be interesting where we go with this one. Just to get some water to help my throat a bit. Let's go to the other game. What an interesting weekend for Everton. They've losing 4-0 at Tottenham, but I have to say the second goal, and Jordan Pickford has got himself to blame for it. He should have kicked it out, and Son, retrieved the ball and tapped it in for his first goal of the season. Yeah, a really good game for Spurs. Bit more better. Yeris Basuna scoring his first goal for Spurs. I know he's back in the squad after he was suspended due to being leaked in a leaked video, partaking in laughing gas. But the fourth goal, what a run from Mickey van der Ven. He really run from his half to the opposition half and passed the ball for Son to drive it into the low shot to score the fourth goal. And this is tough for Everton. They really are struggling, especially when you have 14 outfield players that they had, available players they had. It's a bit worrying for them. And this is the first time they've lost 2 games when it's been 3 or more goals in the club's history as well. So there's a bit of a concern for Everton. But I think for Spurs to get that win after a bit of a slow start at slow start to King Power Stadium last Monday. It's a huge win for Spurs to get that 3 points for Ange for Ange. Let's go to the Etihad. What an interesting 18, 20 minutes of the game, and we did not expect it. This was the first time Ipswich played at the Etihad for the first time, and what a start in the seventh minute with Sammy Schmodix, who actually got his debut goal in the Premier League in the seventh minute. But have to admit, the penalty after Leif Davis tackle Savinho was the right decision. Early Hannah scored in the 12th minute, and then what a mistake in the 14th minute with Muric should not have held the ball hold too long, and it was a good rebound from Kevin De Bruyne to score in the 14th minute. But you can't play out like that, especially to hold the ball on play on the ground, especially if you're a promoted side. You also have to change, especially if you're playing like Man City, that will take the chances to get But Erling get his hat trick. That is his seventh hat trick at the Etihad. He's only scored some hat tricks at the Etihad at home, which is interesting. Yeah, but comfortable for Man City. Ipswich could have done better. I would have thought, it could have been a very close. I won't say close game, but Ipswich, I thought it was going to be more than 4 goals. But you know, chances from Rico Lewis to hit that crossbar. Yeah, and Kevin De Bruyne not to get his second goal of the game as well. It could have been more than that, but 4-1's a fair score for Man City, and interesting start. They got Ikra Gundogan back. I don't think Man City will sign a striker. I think that is more likely. It's not going to happen. I think Gundogan can play as a false nine, and the other players as well, such as Phil Foden and vice versa, could play false nine. So I think Man City are not going to be buying any players before the end of this window. Let's go to one of the games on the Saturday to Craven Cottage. Fulham getting a 2-1 win against Leicester City. Elmer Smith scored his first goal in over 850 days. That was his last time he scored a goal to take the lead, and also. Looks Faze scored in the 30th minute, despite there was a controversial disallowed for him at the time when Jeremy Vardy blocked Bert Leno's viewing. Turns out that VAR was overturned, so it was 1-1. But Alex Iwobi scored in the 70th minute. Look, Fulham have made some very good signings. I think getting Sanjay Burge from Burnley and Joachim Anderson is going to really help that midfield very well. I think they will get a striker by the end of this window. I think they've really done well to recoup the money from Jalpali and spend it on two good midfielders, really good midfielders. I think getting a striker will help them, to start the season running going as well, to keep their form going as well. I think Michael Silva, he's done wonders as we just thought he did. But getting that 3 points to start, and Emma Smith Ward scored his first goal after a bit of a drought for such a long time, especially him not being in our squad during the last 2 seasons. You can see that he just wants to play, and that's a good thing anyway about that. Let's go to Selhurst Park, and a good win for West Ham to get their first win of the season under Julian Lopetegui, winning 2-0. Thomas Suchek and Jared Bowen scored in the 67th and the 72nd minute. Do you worry about Crystal Palace at the moment? Certain Crystal Palace fans, we don't know what's happening with Matt Gray. Will he go to Newcastle? And also, if one other thing as well, can they even get the play? Find a midfielder losing Joachim Anderson, who's gone to Fulham as well. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done for Palace. Two losses from two is I know it's a slow start, but I'm not too worried about Palace. And there was could have been winnable games, but the opposition from the last 2 games against Palace have done quite well. So yeah, West Ham to get their first win, and especially played really well. Actually, they played very, very well. And we'll go to the final game of the Saturday games, and I put this as last. This is not surprising. From some of me and Doug, we're going to go opposite directions of this result. I went for Nottingham Forest to win 1-0. He went for Southampton to win 1-0. I came up the victor with that one. Morgan Gibbs White scored in the 70th minute. Again, Southampton had so many chances, but they couldn't convert them. And like I said, Ben Berberton Diaz, he still has a record on the losing side at the moment with his drought as well, which is good because of the way Fabian Shea sent off was disgraceful. But not if I was getting the win was vital for them, you know. So yeah, but like I said, I think these two teams will be at the bottom of the table, but it's going to be interesting who will stay up. I think Forest, if they can get a good, decent start, I think they will definitely be all right. I think they'll be definitely be all right coming towards the end of the season if they can get another one or two more close signings, especially with Danilo breaking his ankle in the opening game. I think it should not be too worrying. Let's go on to Sunday's games. Actually, two wins from two for Liverpool. They won 2-0 against Brentford. Goals from Luis Diaz and Mohamed Salah. Got the rest of 3 points under Arne Slot's first league home game as a Liverpool manager. Really good game. I think you know Liverpool played really well, and you know I think Arne Slot is making his mark in there. He's been consistent. 2 goals in the last 2 games, 2 wins, and also 2 clean sheets, which is very vital. And I think Liverpool we'll see what Liverpool do. I think playing Grabenich as a number 6 was interesting. I think he played quite decently well for Brentford. Especially with question with Ivan Toney as of today, he has been Chelsea have made a late move for him. I know there's a chance there's a figure in Saudi Arabia with to him with a bigger wages. Chelsea are restructuring their wage structure, but would he want to go to Chelsea at the age of 28? I don't think so. I think he's more likely to go to Saudi Arabia back come the end of this week. I just don't see him going to Chelsea. With Chelsea buy so too many players, I just can't see how Especially, I know we will talk about Chelsea in a bit as well, but yeah, I just have a bit in a second, but I just have a bit of doubts with Chelsea with him going to Chelsea. I think he's will be more going to Saudi Arabia. It's a once in a lifetime if you earn it if you're going to be being offered that kind of money, for him to keep, to secure his family's long term finance completely. Let's go to the other game. What an interesting game at Molineux. Chelsea winning 6-2 against Wolves. Nicholas Jackson scored in the second minute, and it was a very edgy game. It was, really is between both teams, especially if you're not knowing Maduke, who scored a hat trick as well. Before that, there was controversy about him on social media, on social media with Wolves fans, but he got the last laugh out of them completely for him scoring a hat trick. Matis Cunha, John Larson scored as well for Wolves, but like I said, what a goal from Cole Palmer to lob it over when Sanchez just kicked the ball from a goal kick just to restart the game quickly. He could see that Wolves' defense was not back in shape, and Cole Palmer to get that goal just on the edge of half time, and also got a debut goal for João Felix since he's now back on a permanent deal as well. So yeah, Chelsea getting the 3 points must be a huge weight of the shoulders of Enzo Maresca, but I do have a bit of doubts, especially if you're being here today about with would you swap deals with Raheem Sterling with Jadon Sancho? It would not make sense. I know Romelu Lukaku has now agreed a deal with Napoli. I think he's going to join on a permanent deal for £30 million plus performance related add-ons. So we will see across that in the next few couple of days as well. Lastly, we're going to finish off. We'll talk about Bournemouth. John Warmon against Newcastle. Marcus Tavernier getting the opening goal in the first 7 minute. Anthony Gordon scored in the last 13 minutes of the game. I think Bournemouth could have won that game. They should have won the game. Newcastle looked very, very poor. Very poor. The structure was not good. You could see this. Eddie House had a frustration transfer window, especially the players he had to let go, such as Elliot Anderson. And the players that he's brought in, I think he wants more than that. And I know him, what's Matt Gray could make that huge difference. But it's tough at the moment. But I will say there was a controversial moment where, Dango Otara should have had that goal allowed. I'm a bit surprised it was handball. It didn't look a handball. I think the referee made the wrong choice. He should have went to the VR to the screen. And yes, I know we have the referee's call, and the referee's call is final fair, but he should have actually went to the VR screen. And to quite honest with you, I'm surprised it was disallowed because it only came off his upper hand than his shoulder. So that is a bit surprising as well. But Newcastle getting the draw. It's been a slow start for them, especially. It's been a tough start for Eddie Howe. Let's go to the tables. Man City and Brighton Liverpool make up the top four. Spurs move up to fifth place. Newcastle in sixth. Nottingham Forest big movers up to seventh, along with Chelsea, West Ham, Fulham getting their first wins. Man United, Aston Villa go in the bottom half of the table. Brentford along with them as well. Still no points for Everton, Wolves, Ipswich, Crystal Palace, and Southampton, and Leicester and Bournemouth in 40th, 50th place. Let's now go to EFL's Leagues 1 and Leagues 2. Well, I just said, did get a chance to watch the highlights, but I can give the roundup as well. What a game of the week. Huddersfield Town continued their run of form, winning 1-0 against Shrewsbury. Birmingham City winning 2-1 away at Leyton Orient. Cambridge United and Blackpool had an 8-goal thriller, drawing 4-4. Stockport continued their 100% records that season without any goals conceded, winning 2-0 against Bristol Rovers. Manchester Town losing 4-1 in the local derby away at Lincoln City. Wrexham winning 3-0 against promotion favourites Reading. That was interesting as well. Wycombe winning 2-0 against Rotherham United as well. That was really big games for them. And and Peterborough winning 2-1 away at Exeter. But Bolton losing 2-0 away at Charlton. So that was a tough game for them as well. Going to the table, both Stockport and Huddersfield still occupy the top two. Charlton behind them as well in third. Wrexham and Birmingham are in the fourth and fifth. Lincoln City in the top six. Bottom of the table, Shrewsbury Town still have no wins at the moment, along with Leyton Orient. Blackpool, after sacking Neil Critchley, also in the bottom table, along with Rotherham United, who have continued their poor start form. Also, first wins for Wycombe to get also to move up to 60th, along with Mansfield Town as well in 15th. Wycombe Athletic is still bottom of the table. So let's go into League Two, and we had a couple of games, a couple of results as well. Just give you the suspense. So in League Two, we have the wins for Tranmere getting their first win of the season as well. Barrow winning 4-0 after against Port Vale. Bromley lose their first game of the season, losing 3-1 at Valley Parade to Bradford City. AFC Winterburn getting 1-0 win at Cheltenham Town. Harrogate Town winning 1-0 at Colchester. Doncaster winning 1-0 at Morecambe. It was a 0-0 draw between Fleetwood Town and Gillingham. Carlisle United had a bit of a tough weekend with long trip down to AK Dons, losing 3-0, and Newport County winning 3-1 against Accrington Stanley. And going to the table, Gillingham and Bradford and Walsall make the top three. Barrow, Newport County, and Doncaster Rose and Bromley still in the top six. And Wimbledon, AC Wimbledon and Chesterfield make up the top 10 along with Notts County. The bottom of the table, still no wins for Morecambe. They're still not even scored a goal. They're still not scored a goal at the moment, along with Crewe Alexander they get their first point of the weekend. Actually, we will do the European Roundup, and let's talk about European Roundup, and let's talk about interesting results this weekend. The return of the Bundesliga. If you're Bayer Leverkusen, you should be excited every single time when you always get a stoppage time. They've done this a lot every so often. I have to say, really good start for Leverkusen. They were 2-0 up by half time through Zaka and Wirtz, and LD and Kenny scored in the 59th and 85th minute. But after 101 minutes, a penalty, Bayer Leverkusen get a penalty, and 14 Wirtz scored the winner. Again, I don't know how Bayer Leverkusen keeps getting late winners. I just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. They can retain the title as well. Let's go to the other games in the Bundesliga on Saturday as well. Good wins for Vincent Kompany. Good wins for Vincent Kompany for his first game of the weekend. First game as Bayern Munich manager, winning 2-3-2 at Wolfsburg. Goals for Masala, Kreminski, own goal, and Serge Gnabry getting the winner as well. 2-0 St. Pauli losing 2-0 in the return to the Bundesliga to IDM, which was disappointing for them after being away for more than 10 years. Saturday's games, yeah, good win for Freiburg, winning 3-1 against Stuttgart, who finished quite well in the top four last season. Hoffenheim getting 3-2 win against Holstein Kiel. Union Berlin drawing 1-1 away at Mainz. Leipzig winning 1-0 against Bochum. And a good win for Borussia Dortmund winning 2-0 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Goals from Jamie Gittins. He's been the next talent coming out of that league as well. In the Spanish La Liga, Friday's games, we'll look at Sevilla losing 2-1 at home to Villarreal, which disappointed Valencia. Two losses from two losing 3-1 at Celta Vigo. Also on Saturday night, Barcelona winning 2-1 against Athletic Bilbao. Goals from Lamine Yamal and Robert Lewandowski to get to 2 wins for 2 under Hansi Flick. Real Sociedad winning 1-0 at Espanyol. Mallorca losing 1 at Osasuna, and Getafe and Real drew 0-0. And Sunday's games, Real Madrid winning 3-0 against Real Valladolid. Kylian Mbappe did score in the goals, but Endrick, has made a good start to his La Liga debut, scoring the goal in the 96th minute as well. Atletico Madrid winning 3-0 against Genoa. Griezmann, Llorente, and Koke score. So again, we did see the debut of Conor Gallagher coming on as well. And Leganes winning 2-1 against Las Palmas. And on a Monday night, Villarreal winning 4-3 against Celta Vigo as well. So we got some midweek games coming up as well too. So yes, we know that just at the moment right now, they're kind of winning 1-0 against Barcelona. My God. Right, let's go to Serie A and let's kick off with Saturday's games as well. Inter Milan winning 2 wins for 2, winning against Lecce. Genoa winning 1-0 away at Monza, a huge win for them. Parma winning 2-1 against AC Milan, first game, and Lazio also losing 2-1 away at Udinese. Bit of a disappointing start weekend for both those teams. Let's see, Fiorentina drew 0 against Valencia. Atalanta losing 2-1 at Torino, disappointing for them. Napoli getting their first win of the season, winning 3-0 against Bologna, and Roma winning 2-0 against Empoli. Monday's night as well, Juventus winning 3-0 away at Genoa, at Hellas Verona, and Como drawing 1-1 against Calgary as well. In French League 1, what a win for PSG. They won 6-0 against Montpellier. Barcola, Marquis Asensio, Hakimi, Zaire Emery, and Kanye were the goal scorers in the game. Yeah, really good win for them. Let's see Saturday's results as well. It was actually a tough result for Lyon. They have announced that all the players are up for sale, losing 2-0 at home to Monaco. Lille winning 2 against Angers, and Le Havre winning 2-0 away at Saint Etienne. Sunday's games, we did see some decent results. Lens winning 2-0 against Brest. Nantes winning 2-0 against Auxerre. Toulouse and drew 1-1 away at Nice. And Strasbourg winning 3-1 at home to Rennes. And it was a 2-2 draw between Marseille and Rennes as well. So, yeah, that is all the results from those leagues. But let's go into the table, into the European leagues before we finish on this show as well. Because, actually, no, before I do that, let's go do the SPFL Roundup, actually, because we will have to talk about some results as well. It's the first time we're back on it doing the SPFL Roundup because we were off during the fact because of the League Cup, which was on the other week ago. But we will talk about the Scottish Premiership as well. So just give me a second just to raise the suspense. So let's go into Saturday's game. Saturday's games. 6-0 win for Rangers, which I think it might be the last game at Handham against winning against Ross County. Dundee drawing 2-2 at Hibs as well. Dundee United winning 2-0 against St Johnstone in that Saturday results. Sunday, disappointing result as me as a Jambles fan. Hearts losing 3-1 away at Motherwell. It's been a bit of a tough time, especially if we were lost 1-0, just edged by Victoria Pelson in the playoff in the Europa League for the first leg. Kilmarnock losing 2-0 away at Aberdeen, and Celtic, despite losing Matt O'Reilly, they won 3-0 away at St Mirren as well. So let's go into the table of the Scottish Premiership. So Celtic and Aberdeen continue their 100% unbeaten record in the top two. Hearts Hearts are down in the 10th place. Biggest movers at the moment were Dundee and Dundee United into 4th and 5th place. Motherwell are getting their first win of the season into the top 6. Hibs and Kilmarnock in the bottom 2, along with Hearts and Ross County, Setmere, and St Johnstone in the bottom half of the table. And in La Liga, Villarreal, Villarreal, Real Vallecano, and also Celta Vigo and Barcelona make the top 4. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid in the European in 5th and 6th place. Together at the bottom of the table, Valencia will they could continue their own form, along with Espanyol and Genoa in the bottom 3. In the Bundesliga. In the German Bundesliga, Freiburg and Heidenheim and Borussia Dortmund via Leverkusen and Bayern Munich in the top 5. Hoffenheim behind them in 6th. RB Leipzig in 7th. Still no wins for from down from 12th to 18th between Holstein Kiel and St. Pauli. And in Serie A, Juventus continue their 100% unbeaten record, winning two games from two. Inter, Torino, and Genoa make up the top 4. Post start for Roma is still at the bottom of the table in 15th with AC Milan behind on top above them, and Fiorentina. Lecce at the bottom of the table with Como and Bologna. And in League 1, PSG continue their 2 wins for 2 with only conceded 1 goal with 6 points. Lille and Monaco, the only teams have not conceded, along with Lens. Nantes as well, not conceded as well in 7th place. And at the bottom of the table is Brest and Olympic and Lyon in the bottom 2, along with Saint Etienne in the relegation playoff. So that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching me, and I appreciate that. I try to do what I can to do all the stuff as well. And as long as you enjoy the show, appreciate that. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell on the upcoming content. We are just one subscription away from 70 as well. We'll be back on this weekend with the Saturday show at 11 o'clock. Hopefully, Doug will be back on with me. And we don't know what we're doing Friday yet for the transfer deadline day window. I think that will be a last minute decision where we will do. But if you do miss the show, please watch us again on our channel as well. This will be uploaded on our podcast platform services as well, or wherever you are. Hope you have a good week. We'll see you guys next weekend for the same time. Take care. Bye-bye.